Hi, my name's Phil Bowden. I'm really looking forward to being in this class with you and to learning from all of you. I think the most interesting period in history, as far as in Christian history, is in the 1800s. In the 1800s, we got two of my favorite personages, which is also one of our um, questions here. Two of my favorite figures in history were Charles Finney and Smith Wigglesworth. And both of those people were around in the 1800s. Finney was a great evangelist. Mighty revivals followed him and his preaching. He wasn't afraid to call sin sin. People would get mad at him. One guy even came to one of his meetings and wanted to kill him. And apparently the Spirit of the Lord just fell on him, and the guy ended up turning his life over to Christ and just being a different person. So Finney was just not afraid to preach the Word, and I think that's a really important thing nowadays. We have so much garbage in this world as far as embracing homosexuality and just all sorts of different things that we're asked as Christians, we're asked to water down our doctrine. And Finney would not have done that. Smith Wigglesworth, on the other hand, was in the mid 1800s, about 1859 is when he was born. Charles Finney, there's a book, Charles Finney, and then you can also pick up Smith Wigglesworth, Ever Increasing Faith. I highly recommend this. This tells you Smith Wigglesworth, like who said, was born in 1859. He was a tremendous man of God who was used in the healing industry, or healing ministry. Sorry about that. Was used in the healing ministry, and whereas Finney was used in great revivals, Smith Wigglesworth, I mean, he would go down the street and the power that God had put on him would just heal people, just like the apostles. Just an amazing man. It's just really interesting to read Ever Increasing Faith. So like I say, my most interesting period in time is the 1800s. I think the church just really saw some great men of God and some great teaching and ministry in those years. I hope that studying Christianity that I will get well, let me back up here. It's easy when people talk to us about our faith. It's really easy for us to just pull something out of the Bible. I mean, I know we're supposed to be preach the Word, but it's easy for us to pull something just something out of the Bible and not talk like, just talk like a bunch of robots. But when we know about the basis of Christianity and the foundation of Christianity, we're much more able to not only explain the hope that lies within us with Christ, but also we're able to explain the background behind Christianity. When we hear arguments about the Crusades and all sorts of arguments against Christianity using those things, we can take, and our apologetics will be a lot better because we'll be able to say this is actually what happened in the history of Christianity. We'll be able to espouse the truth. I don't really think that it's problematic about some of the many disputes that there have been in Christianity. The reason I say that is because, alluding to what I just said, a lot of people, you'll be talking to them about Christ, and they'll refer you back to the Crusades, and they'll tell you about how Christians supposedly killed in the name of Christ, and they don't want any part of that. But the fact of the matter is that really the person that you're witnessing to is going to look for any problem or any issue just to get out of admitting to their sin and admitting to their need for Christ. So it doesn't really matter what conflict that we have. When it comes right down to it, people will look for anything. Obviously, we should abstain from any appearance of evil, and so the problems that do come up and the conflicts that Christians do seem to have with each other do not help things, but I think that they don't necessarily, that they aren't necessarily the problem that sometimes people think. I think that a lot of it is just people's own resistance to the Word and resistance to getting out of a life of sin. At any rate, I hope I haven't talked your ears off. Once again, I really look forward to getting to know you in this class. Bless you all, and I hope you do really, really good. Thanks a lot.